Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. Your host, Gary Cohen, and our special guest today, Mr. Bill Schwind, the General Manager at the Rec Centers of Sun City West. Welcome back, Bill.
Thank you very much.
How have you been?
Good.
Good. How are things going? It's wrapping up the first full year. Can you believe it?
Just about, right?
Wow. Can you imagine how fast, right?
Yeah, it does roll.
So, looking back, 2019, your first full year almost. What stands out to you? Of the things that have come before you.
The vastness, really, and the number of hats you have to wear as a general manager, taking care of a lot of divisions here within Sun City West. And
you came from other communities. Yeah, how does this compare to where you've been before?
Municipal government?
Yes.
I mean, it's very, very similar. The board operations, the way things work. The committee members, community support, and those types of things, and all the professional staff that you work with within all of the divisions, very, very similar. Although we don't have police departments and fire departments and street departments, there is a lot going on here that really can keep your day rolling.
What if the word challenge is appropriate? What has been the biggest, or have there been any challenges that stand out to you that made it perhaps a more difficult road for you? And going forward, what perhaps have you learned from any of those pitfalls, if you will?
Not so much pitfalls, but there are obviously challenges. So there's 105 active clubs that we try to take care of as best we can, and when you compound that with all of the regular use that we get, all the newcomers coming in, it's really, the first hurdle that I was really kind of introduced to was the space utilization scenario. And where are we, and how do we look into the future as to how do we accommodate future need? And
of course, you have to obviously look so much forward, not just next week, next month, but even well into maybe even beyond next year, right?
Oh, well beyond. Our facility planning takes care of us, well into the future, 20 plus years. The facilities here obviously are aging, as our population is at times too. But things need to be taken care of. Things don't look good, without a reason. There's a lot of good people doing a lot of good things here, and we want to make sure that the funding's available to maintain the facilities that we've got, continue to make improvements where we need them, and just really take care of the $150 million worth of assets that we call home here in Sun City West.
And there's so many things. You have a lot of plates spinning at the same time. How do you balance it? It's a lot to on.
Yeah, I don't have vertigo yet, but it's at times close. But yeah, there's a lot of hats to wear. But the main focus, obviously, is customer service when it comes to all of our citizens, our tenants, and the folks kind of residing here and using our facilities. So it's about, you got about 30,000 bosses, per se. So it's busy.
And of course, more and more people are living here year round. It's not so much all snowbird all the time. There's a lot of folks who are settling down here even through the summer.
Yeah. And so that really does keep us very, very busy. And it's nice to see. I wouldn't consider myself an Arizona native. I've been here 53 years, per se, so I did escape for 7, but managed to find my way back. So, yeah, Arizona is a very livable community. There's lots of to do, and, again, part of the clubs and all the things that we offer, you don't really have to bake yourself all summer. There's plenty to do, and I think people are finding that out.
And also, our environment, I believe that, thankfully, we didn't sustain a lot of damage from summer storms, which can always come into play in our facilities.
Right. Knock on wood, yeah. And that's a big thing, Our golf courses, for instance, we have a lot of drainage and runoff and lots of trees out there, and they tend to come down in big storms, various things like that. And all the trees throughout the environment, throughout all of our road systems and stuff, we take care of as well, and the large palm trees, so it's a challenge. It really is.
When you look around, you see what things have happened in other parts of the country, the natural disasters. If you're living in the earthquake parts of the country, if you're living where there have been devastating wildfires, and all we get to do is see it on the news, thankfully, right? Lightning strikes. They could happen, but thankfully, like I said, it looks like we're doing okay.
Yeah,
weather-wise.
We get the wonders of the monsoons.
And that brings up the subject of water. I imagine water is a big, concern, in the community, how we utilize and how we plan for that.
Yeah, in the desert Southwest, obviously, water's gold. But again, the predecessors prior to me have done an excellent job looking after that as far as needs go. So of the golf courses that we do maintain, they do assume and consume a lot of water. We're very conservative. Todd Patty, I mean, he's been here 20 plus years, does a tremendous job with his staff and taking care of the golf courses with trying to utilize the minimal amount of water that we really have allocated to us. Does a tremendous job throughout the year taking care of our courses, and all the hard work that people often don't see that take place in the summertime really allow these courses to take their shape and their beauty and everything that they offer throughout the winter.
And we've had a lot of projects, a lot of upgrading going on, of the different rec centers that we have. The improvements just continue. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, the governing board really has done a tremendous job in their planning and their assistant to making sure Sun City stays fresh. Sun City West, I should say, stays fresh. And all the facilities here are maintained at a level and supported at a very, very high level. So that's a wonderful thing to have to manage. It's fun, and anytime you can add new and improved facilities to an environment, I think it's a win.
I think in the new year we're going to be there's supposed to be breaking ground on some new homes not far from where we're sitting. There's about 50 homes coming in behind Fry's. Right.
So that's a positive scenario. There's a couple other developments that have been talked about. But yeah, on that side, that's good. That's more membership. That's a little more money coming our way to help offset some costs. But again, we take a real hard look at our reserve study and plan and make sure we're in a pretty good financial condition so that we have the ability to take care of things as new and attractive items and hobbies become available to all.
And of course, the demographics, as you said, are changing. Some of the original members here, some have unfortunately passed on, and they've passed them to their families. So we have a new generation that's connected to the original people who came out here.
Yeah, we see that a lot. And with new people and with younger people come new needs and wants. And so we try to blend that into our planning and our budgetary process as well.
Who would have imagined, like when this all came into being, long before you and I were here, what this looked like in the beginning to where it is now, right? Yeah.
Go from Blizzard Acres to pickleball.
Right. I mean, but you have to have that kind of imagination to look ahead.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And look at the way we get our name out there. There are events that take place here. They've had a U.S. Open of lawn bowling. They had a big bowling tournament over here. There's a lot getting our name out there, but everyone knows about us. Yeah. But these signature events really get the name out there, don't they?
We've got one. We've got a big event coming up in March, the big barbecue. It's a 3-day affair. And with Kansas City playing spring training across the street, surprise, we're going to do a little door knocking over there, but Kansas City is supposedly the barbecue capital of the nation. So we'll see if any of those folks care to show up, and we hope they do.
I also think it's amazing where the diversity of people come from all over the country. I would have, when I lived back east, I always thought Arizona's with Western people. I've seen a lot of Eastern plates out here. There are people giving up on Florida.
Right, and they should. Arizona's quite nice. It's a wonderful place to be. Spend a lot of time outdoors. It's not. You're not going to get carried away with mosquitoes around here.
For sure. No hurricanes, I know that. I had moved my wife and I had moved from Florida. After 2 hurricanes, I'd said, I think that's it. Yeah. But seriously, I think that's a real big draw. The weather here overall. Absolutely. And this is, I feel, the best time of year, the cool, if you can live through the summer, and, you can even get around, it's summer, when you get, inventive, you take a day trip, go up to the mountains for a day.
Sure.
But we have a lot of cool indoor things here. You don't have to drive.
We certainly do. Yeah.
And of course we have this amazing library that sits right near us. We're passing the torch. Jane is retiring. We have a new, library director. But there's so many things going on, even in that one building.
Yeah.
There's ways to keep cool here.
Often overlooked, but the attendance over there is tremendous. I wish I had the exact number on an annual basis of what goes through there, but it is a shocking number.
I walked through there, Bill. I saw dozens of people working on a puzzle.
Yeah.
These
40,000 pieces.
I mean, you think about that.
Right.
But, just think about it in this one rec center. In this one rec center, you have bowling in all its art forms, from lawn bowling to bocce to right in the bowling center. You have the puzzles and the video games and the books going on at the library. You know, the pickleballers to my left, the shuffleballers to there's so much going on at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The folks that live here, the owner members, are so lucky and blessed to be able to come out here and enjoy all the wonderful opportunities that is provided inside the walls here. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind environment and community in the United States, very highly ranked, and we hope it stays that way.
You're listening to the Rec Center Show on KSCW 103.1 FM. Your host, Gary Cohen. Our special guest today, Bill Schwind, the General Manager of the Rec Centers of Sun City West. Looking into the new year, you know, I had asked Mr. Sloan to talk to folks about his wishes for the new year ahead. I'd like for you to your message to the community, you know, for our new year, your 2020 vision.
Right, and that is it. You know, I made comments about that earlier. You know, it is 2020. So take a vision, look around, appreciate really everything that we've got to offer here. And I think that is really my desire and message to get across in 2020. You know, come together, stay focused, and just enjoy your living arrangements, enjoy your retirement, enjoy where you're at, and most of all, you know, communicate with us. Let us know what you like and don't like. We are open, and we aim to improve. And really, that's our goal. But again, just enjoy, stay focused, and really have a great 2020.
Super. Mr. Schwind, we thank you so much, as always, for joining us on the Rec Center Show. We wish you and your family a happy and healthy 2020.
Same back at you, and thanks for having me.
Super. Again, Gary Cohen, KSCW, the Rec Center Show, and we'll talk to you next time.